Whoa, whoa. Is the thumbnail gone yet? Oh, sorry. What are we going to look at? We'll look at flask number 72. And if this one isn't really good, maybe even 73. I don't know. Shit. Wow. Is this another one from Catskill? This one has a greenish hue to it. Yeah, camera's sort of picking that up. Has that perfume-like smell to it. I'm getting apricots picked in mid-June in the middle, and it smells like the grass was mowed with a freshly changed air filter in a John Deere tractor. So cheers, guys. Right up front, as it hits your tongue, there's nothing, a little bit of sweetness. And me personally, I always kind of gauge that as how the rest of that shot is going to go. When you just have it on your tongue and you're already somewhat into regret, this is pretty smooth. Yeah, perfumey. Perfumey, oakiness, subtle vanilla, linen, like fresh bed sheets, like especially if they were dried outdoors on a line and you don't live in Chernobyl. I'm actually being serious about that. It has that like fresh outdoor dried linen smell to it. I remember that as a childhood. My mother evidently, I don't know, maybe if you calculate it out over my entire childhood that I can remember her doing laundry, any situation where she could, she hung them. In the basement, outdoors. I shit you not. That woman brings a load of laundry out, and I remember one time in particular, I got something in my eye. YouTube. YouTube, I got something in my eye. I remember one time she had to take a break at hanging the laundry out because the shit had started to freeze together in the laundry basket. It's like middle of the frickin' winter. She's like, "Oh, it dries nicely out." Yeah, it's 32 degrees. In a blizzard. I'm gonna go out there and hang up that laundry, Mom. Now, is this a whiskey or a scotch? I'm not really getting any kind of a peatiness off of it, so I'm sticking with whiskey. But it doesn't suck. I'm gonna have a little bit more of it before I render an opinion up to NIHAP. Cobra missed out. Cobra's got well hello there on the wrong video with the girl with the nice chest. Then he says, "Well, I guess I'm on the wrong video at this point." Yes, you are. First was Steve at Frontline, and again, okay, something's got to give eventually here. I personally don't want to stop reading the comments. I personally think, in the big scheme of things, I'd spend almost as much time answering comments because I don't like to be rude. I mean, it's almost like that regret of the scenario if the channel, let's just say I was one of those channels that had a million subs and you end up with 2,000 comments that come in like the first couple of days. I like to answer comments. I mean, I guess I can see where you start to cut corners if someone just puts up, "Hey, it was a really entertaining video," or, you know, "Thanks for the video," that kind of thing. But still, to this moment in time, I just like to answer the comments one way or the other. And every time I bring this up, so many of you, if if 20 of you say keep doing what you're doing, one person says, you know, actually, I don't even know if the last time I asked if anybody bitched about it. They just said either they kind of skip around in it or they put it on fast forward. And a majority of you truly, I don't know if you're just really good friends or if I just want to say you don't have much of a life, watch the thing from start to finish. So there's Steve from Frontline was first, and there's like, yeah, moving on to second. German Ninja saying Uno and actually being wrong, and being second. Nyhap says third, being absolutely correct. Matt Davis says second, being fourth. Gunwild says fifth, bitches, being correct. And this is where I lose all track of it. DFC says sniffing the podium. You're actually sixth. Brad Thomas, cheers, Eric. And I can say to Brad, rock on. The symbol for rock on. And no worries. What the fuck? I'm just going to give Brad a symbol. He'll understand. Clyde, revolution. Clyde. Mike, Matt is back. Cheers all. Harmarsh with the 3 answers. I'm here. I think I'm 7th. The girls are top notch as usual. Oh, look, Matt's back. And yes, my comment was never read last night from the previous video. Well, technically, it was. Again, you rock. Close. Yes, you are. See, none of these apply. I'll just go with close, Harmarsh. I'm picking close. Mr. Monzo TV. He says, cheers, Mr. 45, 2020. Mr. Monzo, I actually, I was over at your channel not too long ago, and you have not had a fresh video in 4 months. 4 months, my friend. Mr. Monzo, get on it. I can say to Mr. Monzo, same to you, Happy New Year. What the f... I'm saying, Mr. Monzo, I'm going with the... See, now if you see this, the stamped answer is... So I got a new product in today, and I was just checking on it, see if it's still working. And I'm actually shocked. It's not only is it still working, it's doing. So, Mr. Monzo, yeah, you need to get a fresh one up here. I'm just going with the same to you. Hopefully, you hear me say this. Nyhap, you need to step up with the whiskey reviews. I have whiskey backing up over here. Multi-Gunman says he needs to drop the beer altogether and switch entirely to whiskey. Yeah, well, I suppose it'd be cool to have like the vault that the Whiskey Tribe boys have. Yeah, there's over 2,000 bottles of whiskey, bourbon, scotch. Not to mention, I'm still not entirely sure. I know they produce whiskey. I believe they also have some kind of a restaurant. They're cool videos to watch because they give you good information, but it's not dry at all. There's a lot of humor. The two of them interact very well together. The Whiskey Tribe and the heck, something's flanking me. German Ninja, hey, rock on. See, he understands. Harmarsh, Matt, I don't like my coffee hot. I don't want to burn myself. Hot coffee will make you sweat. I like warm temperature coffee. I'm not saying I like cold coffee, but if given a choice of either cold or hot coffee, I take cold. Shut up, you idiot. I can't do cold. I can't do cold. The only form of coffee beyond hot coffee in my cup is like the beers, the Imperials, and you know that one that Jules bought me. You know, that one wasn't bad. That was one of the first. You know, I haven't had a lot of, you know, like ales or, you know, really, you know, it's the beer that looks like beer, that kind of thing. That's the first time I've had one that, you know, really wasn't all that bad, but it was fairly light on the coffee. And speaking of coffee that tastes like coffee and, you know, meat that tastes like meat, yesterday I got home and there was a package here from the Armory, well, not the Armory channel, from Peated Armor Guard holsters. I ordered a holster for David Brown's new baby. Oh my God, that Smith & Wesson 1911, specifically designed for carry with the bobbed handle, and probably, no, without pissing off Dave, because actually it was my recommendation. There were some choices given, and they were all stellar. Trust me. Bunky happens to have a Sig Nightmare, and I possibly would think about, well, I'm not using either one of them, I guess, so I'd give up both of my testicles for it. But it's basically the same thing, 4-inch, bob-framed 1911 that's just freaking sweet. And that the one that David got has got slide cuts in it for lightening it, and it has a really, I mean, maybe someone like Jade Elite Ammunition could tell me I'm wrong, but it seems like it has a really unique barrel bushing system in it. It actually has like a brass bushing that is able to rotate as the barrel dips, versus a stationary one, and it also looks cool when it's aimed at you. But just an absolutely beautiful 1911, and so I ordered him a holster from Pete, and I think I placed the order. Let's see, yesterday was Monday. I think I placed the order with Pete on Friday. I think it was Friday, and it was here yesterday. So a big thank you to Pete, and you know, I'm really glad that you know, Pete just does an awesome job on his holsters. I mean, that's just, I mean, so David was happy with it, so that's all that, you know, truly makes me happy. I mean, personally, every gun that I carry, I have Pete make me a holster for it. The only thing that sucks is when, you know, I have something that he doesn't do a holster for. Like right now, one of the things I actually had planned to carry was my my Walther PPS QSQ, the Navy edition with the threaded barrel. And Pete doesn't have a blue gun for it, but you know, I'm not afraid to buy Pete the blue gun, because it just expands his business. And just watched his video, as a matter of fact, before I hopped in the shower, and he's got a gun shop in Texas that last month ordered 60 holsters from him, and this month they ordered 16 more, and I'm just like, that's awesome. I mean, it's always great when you see someone able to basically go in search of the American dream. And holster manufacturers, we've all seen them come and go. I mean, I did a video for one, and within 3 months of doing the video, people were starting to make a comment that they ordered the holster on my recommendation, and now there's no answer on the phone, there's no answer to the emails. It's kind of like they took my money and now they're not getting back to me, and then eventually they just disappeared. And it's like, yeah, I'm going to take that video down. I don't want anybody to I don't recommend something unless I use it and like it. And case in point, just matter of fact, talked to Saul today, and And I told him, I said, hey, I said, I had a little giveaway on Locked and Loaded, so if he contacts you, make sure you let him know that I'm only paying for the cheapest fucking thing he has. J-Dog. And he said, oh, that's great. And I said, he goes, I want to thank you so much. He goes, I've gotten a lot of business off the video you did. And it's just like, I tell you guys about it because I'm happy and I'm impressed. And I'm impressed. You know, I've been wanting something to display. Even the rifles that I have that have bipods on them. Like case in point with the with my JP. If you actually, because personally, other than when it's in a stand, I have a hard time looking at an AR without a magazine in it. First of all, at that point in time, all it is a paperweight. Looks so much better, especially when it has a Pez dispenser or the D60 in it. But either way, it should have a magazine in it, and by putting it in the stand, it kind of at least help. I know it's like a John Solar like moment. But if I want to, you know, a rifle that does can basically support itself with the bipod, with the JP, if I put the you know, a 25 round mag into it or a 20 round mag into it and set it on the counter, I basically have to have the legs extended as far as they will. Otherwise, basically, it's still balancing. It's on the bipod at the front and just the magazine at the back. And then, so by the time you have it set up so that it will stand without fear of it falling over, now it looks like it's like getting ready to leave for outer space. But with the stand, Joey Cuz says, fuck. German Ninja says, potty mouth. Joey says, missed it by 19 minutes. Yeah, well, you know, like, let's just say that the last space shuttle or last rocket was leaving the Earth to go to the new world, Joey. 19 minutes, 30 seconds sometimes is all it takes, Joey. What's this 19-minute shit? Joey Nihat must think you're a cheap date by trying to get you all whiskeyed up. I am a cheap date. Hang on, I'm checking on my device. I'm not sure how long it cycles. I was telling you guys back when I did that clean box, the company was really happy with my video and asked me if I wanted to take a look at one of these. And what really surprises me is I know it's a China-based company, and they said, well, we'll just send you one. Like, I don't have to go to the Amazon marketplace and buy it and you'll reimburse me or anything like that. What surprises me is it's let's see, suitable places, bathrooms, bedrooms. Well, yeah, I was like, did I sound like I'm stuttering? Here's what it says. It says bathroom, bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, and lobby. Somehow I think they meant to put something bathroom, bedroom, bathroom. Oh no, it's yeah, they got bathroom on here. They got bathroom on here twice, even on the back. But it has the UV lamps, and it also is producing ozone. And when I picked it up, I was just like, there's no way this little self-contained device that's running on on its own internal rechargeable batteries is going to produce ozone. Well, right now, I have it sitting in the gun room on the shelf in the safe, and the door is open. And if you've ever had an ozone generator, I can smell that. And ozone isn't exactly something that, you know, an ozone generator isn't exactly something that you'd want, say, running all the time. I've been in houses where they had one. No, it's more or less, it's great for sanitizing and especially removing smells. We have a great big, like, commercial one that we use in a lot of the apartments and houses that we rent, because losers live there and don't know anything about hygiene and how to clean. And then when they move out, if you've seen the inside of some of these refrigerators, we basically stick the ozone generator in it and lock the door and leave it like that overnight. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure how long it cycles for, but it's still in there going, and I can smell the ozone. See, what I really want to do to test this thing is something that I normally don't do, is smoke a cigar in my truck. Let that permeate in there, and then say the next day I will, as part of my video, I will put that in there. You just set it on the center console or in between the seats, and let it run a cycle and see if that will remove the smoke smell. I suppose before I run out, I probably should get something off to a NIHAP. My guess is it's not a high-end kind of a thing, but it's not bad as a sipping. I'm going to go with whiskey, and I'm going to spell it EY. The taste starts off with a smooth, sweet. Smooth and sweet. Then I am getting a kind of a herbal, almost a floral flavor to it. And then it's ending on a kind of a oak and fresh linen. Okay, so let's get this off to the NIHAPian. Where is he? Surprise, surprise. NIHAP is always within the last 5 people I've texted. He's like, I'm stacking up on whiskey. I should be texting him more often. Okay, Flask 72. Flask number 72. Again, going with whiskey. And I'm getting, starts off very, very smooth. Floral. And then I'm getting a mixture of oak and fresh linen. The score? Where should I put this on the scale? It's not really anything that let's just say that I ran across, someone gave me whatever that is, I'll find out, a big full bottle of it. I think it'd be great to keep it on the shelf, maybe as like a sipping whiskey, maybe my short pour during a locked and loaded episode or something like that. maybe in ginger ale or Sprite kind of a thing. I like that subtle sweetness and the smooth. I think it would do well with a lighter colored beverage versus, say, a Coca-Cola or something like that. I probably wouldn't buy one, another bottle, but I don't know. Maybe it'd grow on me and I'd miss it a little bit. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. And unlike the last few, Multi-Gunman, you said the middle section of yesterday's brew review was missing. That explains why there was no midget porn in the brew review. I hope you doubled up on it for today's brew review to make up for it. Let's just pretend she's really, really short. Multi-Gunman, and I've got the the 3 answers. Okay, fine. I'll say hi to you twice on Stalker Steve's next live stream. I can say deal, please do. I'm going with please do. Or got it. In the compound with Clyde, the revolution dies when there are no patriots left. We who choose a constitutional lifestyle now that the revolution can and will start with the loss of our Constitution and Bill of Rights. No shit. Welcome to hell. As of today, it is now, I believe it's a $50 fine if I'm caught walking around without my fucking papers. Oh, I mean mask. But really, what's the difference? And if it happens again, I think it's a $150 fine. And I think if it happens the 3rd time, they said something about a $1,000 fine. Really? Go fuck yourself. I really hope people start banding together and hiring attorneys. I mean, I don't know if what Matt was talking about is true, because sometimes I can see... Oh, it's out. I can personally see... myself is the kind of person that goes and, intentionally won't wear the mask just so that I can get a ticket, so that then I can give this attorney a call and get some representation, and once again cue the crickets. You know, just like I told you guys that time that everybody at work was like, we are not going to fall for... We're not going to do all these out-of-town jobs. The owner wanted to not pay you until you got to the job. So if I had to drive an hour and 30 minutes one way and an hour and 30 minutes to come home, that's 3 hours of time that I'm donating to the fucking company. And everybody said, no, that's bullshit, we're not going to do it. And, they all came to me because I was the one that was always willing to stand up for what I thought was right or wrong, or for, community organizer. I am Barack Obama. And came time to actually have the meeting, and it was like, anything else? And it's like, oh, everybody looks at me, and I'm like, yeah, I do have something else. And I threw it all on the table that it was bullshit. There was no reason that our company needed to bid out of town jobs. We were running between 6 and 8 months behind as it was. So tell me why, if you want to start bidding stuff out of town, then you're the one that should pay, not us. Well, does anybody else feel like Eric does? And that's a lot of how I feel what's going on right now. And of course this whole bullshit, you don't wear the mask for you, you wear the mask for me. Well, fuck you. Take care of yourself, you little fucking whiny twat. Why am I having my rights stompled on, especially now? I mean, what is the difference between us and a repeat of Hitler? Well, your papers. If you don't have your papers. And go ahead. On top of all that, you might as well just hand in your firearms so that it's a lot easier when they usher you into the ovens. Wow, we just forget. We forget all about our past, which is why it's so easy to repeat itself. Or just be a fucking libtard douchebag loser and just try to remove our history. Make it so that they will never question. There won't be some smart black people questioning it because you are removing all of the channels back to our past. I tell you, Officer Tatum, his video from, I think it was yesterday, talking about some black guy who isn't even the reason the police are there. The police are there to arrest a murderer. And he puts his hands up, and then all of a sudden he drops his hands and goes for a gun and shoots at a cop's head, thankfully missing. And of course they put him down. And now these fucking retard dumbasses from Black Lives Matters are now protesting his. You know, I'm sorry. I am done biting my tongue. Black Lives Matters, you are the dumbest, stupidest fucking people. Anybody that is endorsing them and standing behind them now, you better, your next step is you better contact somebody to teach you how to breathe, because that'll be the next thing that you won't know how to do, because you obviously don't know how to use your fucking brain. They have become completely irrelevant. Trump 2020. In a way, I want to thank every single time the deep state, the libtards, try to do something. I mean, they are destroying cities and killing American citizens, all so they can make Trump look bad. Prove me wrong. Smile money. I never botten it out of a can. Okay, for those of you that do not speak Duluthian, Eric said that he has never had beer from a can. It's botten. It's botten good shit. May I ask you a question, Smile Money? Joey Cuz, speaking of asking a question, hey, give me and Cobra some time and we'll be able to complete the mission of going back in time and buying out all of the Model 29. Yeah, well, evidently that's happening all on its own. Smile Money, Matt's got to be really drunk to have a shot of Fireball. If I had $1 for every shot of Fireball Matt has had. Cav Trooper 19D, last, with a thumbs up and a smiley face. Well, not only are you not last, my friend, but I get to say to you, close, second, or, you know, Matt tries to tell me that that's a party thing. You know, it looks like an ice cream cone with green and red ribbons in it. I'm just going to say close. So if you watch this enough, Cab Trooper, then you know that I had to go with their stupid things. Oh, and I hear my lovely bride is home. Mike, the club name is ES&J Club. That's way too confusing. Smile Money. Try to run a business and not follow the guidelines about masks. First, you will get ratted out on Facebook by Karens. Then the health department fines. Then there's the health department fines, and then you sell booze. If you sell booze, the Liquor Control Board suspends your license. Then you have to put up with the people that fight with you, screaming about their rights. No, I don't personally hold any of this shit going on against businesses. The Duluth City Council, you're all a bunch of fucking pansy-ass fucking pussies. And now, you know, you're stepping on everybody's rights. And again, The death count. Now, if we would really know, I know Smile Money right now is like, oh, according to the blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's all fucking bullshit. Yeah, there's an upswing, just like Trump has been happy to try to point out. There's an upswing in cases because they're testing. I mean, for all I know, my buddy Greg had COVID. They wouldn't even give him the test. Back when he was in the hospital and had to be on a respirator, they just said, well, you know, he does have underlying conditions, and it's probably not COVID. So they never even tested him. So now there's a lot more tests, and along with the fact there's a lot more fucking bullshit and lies going on. People dying of stage 4 cancer. 3 months ago, they were given 15 minutes to live, and they made it 3 more months and then died, and then they're like, oh, it's COVID. Doesn't really matter what they died of, it's COVID. So these numbers are all bullshit, but the death rate of COVID is 1.0 under the death rate of the common flu. Under. So, again, somebody please tell me why our fucking Constitution is being stepped on, and we've destroyed the U.S. economy. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the deep state libtard babies trying to make it look bad for Donald Trump. You know, they're doing nothing, of course. I mean, where's Joe Biden on all this? Well, that's right. He's up down in the bunker playing records on the phonograph. He's going to put 2 shots in the air. Fucking stupid people. Yeah. Again, I wish I had the Wayback Machine, and it wouldn't even have to go very far back. If Donald Trump wouldn't have been in office, we wouldn't be doing all this. You wouldn't probably even know about it. What? COVID? What is that? I don't even know what that even is. And now, we possibly have a second round coming. More shutdowns. But, we can have the government give us back the money that they unfairly took in the first place. Smile Money, I'm sure Christine and my wife could compare stories. Laugh out loud. Smile Money, 137,000 Matt now rising in Texas, Florida, and California. 6,000 to 11,000 new cases a day. Been revising the numbers downwards. Most agree that the numbers are inflated by 25%, so the number would be 102,000 and rising. Didn't scourge. More shots. More shots. Eltenda. Next time, Moriarty, the construction guy, beer, cheers. Moriarty, the construction guy, beer, cheers. Does he speak in English? Eltenda, guys. Ninja, cheers. Okay, didn't scourge on a shot. Well, I suppose it would help. I mean, this does qualify in the realm of well, I guess I don't know. It could turn out to be $1,000 bottle, but I'm just going off of that. It does qualify for go ahead and do a shot, Eric, because it's not some quality stuff that should be sipped instead of slammed. And I'm telling you right now, I am not doing any more shots of anything else. I have plans this evening. Actually, my child is coming over for dinner. And haven't decided if we're cooking on the grill. See, Christine is leaning more towards the homemade nachos. But I like any time where a cow has to die. It will die making the nachos because of the hamburger. But I've got some really nice bacon wrapped fillets. And I was even willing to give my fillet up to Samantha in exchange for I have those 2 crushed red pepper and provolone brats and whatever the hell the other one was. I can't even remember anymore. Something I haven't had that also was spicy. So if there's some shot requests coming up, you're gonna have to do them yourself. Smile Money, your neighbors watch these videos and pitchforks and torches, and the pitchforks and torches are in your future. Possibly. I mean, then again, you know, I've got my wingman Matt saying, "Oh yeah, Eric says that you're the big titty neighbor." The thing is I'm honestly not even 100% which one he's talking about, because there's quite a few that fit that description here. Poco Loco, I hate to admit, but I missed you two fuckers. Poco Loco, if Matt was mayor, he can put you in charge of repairing the roads. That sounds like fun. Brandon, Bearded CB, the girl and her middle finger. That's Caitlin. That is the finer of the two of the pre-done deaths. Bearded CB again. Now, that's a brew babe. Cobra says 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 44-second mark equals $5. And then he puts up some boobies. Cobra, I'm definitely getting into the black powder revolvers. I've been curious for years and wish I had picked some up when the prices were lower. The great gun scare of 2020 has people swooping up everything to include black powder firearms. Yep, yes they are. Again, because of Cobra's little thing, this was a little something that I purchased for Christine. I guess I wouldn't even be surprised now if it was 7 or 8 years ago. This is the same brand that Cobra just purchased. It's an Italian. It's chambered in 44 caliber, and it looked like this. So I pulled out a little polish. Honestly, the shit worked really good. I probably spent maybe 10 minutes, and then I figured it was, as long as I was doing the black powder for Christine, I cleaned up the prop gun that Mr. Holster gave me. Supposedly, Robert Urich's character carried this in The Lazarus Man, and this is a blank gun. This would be kind of cool to have this as the real thing, but as you can see, it only holds blanks, and even if it didn't, the cylinder timing is off, so that things would go bad. But I figured I'd polish that all up and make sure to make Scott proud. Taking care of his shit. Just had a text. We'll see if that is NIHAP or not. Yes, it is. Westland, America's single malt peated. Okay, so it's Scotch-esque. It is not very peaty. Maybe I've just gotten way too used to the peat bombs. America's single malt Westland Peated American single malt whiskey. Got 4 out of 5 stars. One person reviewed it. Wow, it's got a little bit more of a price on it there, NIHAP. I see it, looks like it's in the $60 to $70 range. Here's an $80 from Caskers. Availability in stock. A unique single malt indeed, this award-winning whiskey seduces you with notes of campfire, dried tobacco, bitter chocolate, spring cherries, tree bark, forest floor, floral part, I got one thing, malt, dry rub, and more. An absolute must-try for whiskey fans of all stripes. See, Smile Money, he's like, I don't get how you fucking find any of that shit when you're doing a beer. I'm sorry, I am not getting any smoke. Any smoke at all on this. No peatiness. I mean, you try the Lafroig or the Cask Strength or hunker down with some Ardbeg. Yeah, you're getting some. I mean, the Lafroig is campfire. The Lafroig 10, that's campfire all over that shit all day long. Then you want to make your brain hurt, go switch to Octomore 9 10-3, and then when you want your brain to stamp out their pop, whatever it is, switch to the 9-3, and yeah, it'll all be over. So I guess in a way they just can't legally call it Scotch, but it's closer to Scotch than it would be whiskey. But either way, I'm gonna take a technicality. It is whiskey. EMT Rail fan, hashtag boiling the frog. No shit. That's exactly what's happening. The dumb, I can't call them dumb. Yeah, I'll call them dumb. People that want to believe that the government is in your best interest, I still hold firm on this is a gigantic social experiment, and you all fucking lost, except for the people listening to this. And that, except for that one troll that will find this in 5 years from now. You're fucking hoodwinked. You have been blindsided. German Ninja says, agree indeed. Oh, sorry, he says it's something else. EMT Railfan. EMT Railfan says, if the mask works so well, why the fuck do they stick a Q-tip on a yardstick up your nose to the back of your throat to take a swab, question mark? They can take a whole fucking DNA test from a cheek swab. Beard CB again. Maybe someone of Jugs preview Brew Babe. But something about the Brew Babe's jugs. I'll just agree with him. David Brown. Matt said he only trolls for babes. I suggest that he grow a bigger worm. J-Dog is here at work. J-Dog, I like Monster Java. Haven't tried it. Maybe I should. Gunwild, cold coffee is for soy boys. Harmarsh says right. See, this is where I bet you David Brown doesn't like fucking iced coffee. I believe David Brown likes coffee that tastes like coffee, hot as fucking hell. That's just my guess. J-Dog, I sent you links for the cards. Put in your wallet and tape one to the side of the camera. Yes, you did. This is I believe the card that's in here right now is like an 80 MB. It's a fairly fast card. The one that J-Dog sent me a link to is twice the size and a 90 megabit transfer rate. So it's a little bit faster on the transfer rate, and it's quite a bit bigger on the size, and it was $20. Come payday, J-Dog, I probably should order a couple of them. For sure, one. I mean, even if I started using that and did what you said, tape this to the camera somewhere, at least I wouldn't be screwing myself when I get to the range like always. J-Dog, the Capone is what I usually get. The Capones are good. So is the chicken stuffed with Italian dressing. J-Dog, the wild rice dressing stuffed chicken breast is good too. Haven't tried that. Almost got that instead. Gunwild, sounds like the neighborhood needs to take things into their own hands and each household buy a couple of bags of Quikrete and fill those potholes themselves. Jeff, that is a great idea. Unfortunately, I believe there's a fine involved if they catch you doing that. You know, even though they're not taking care of their shit, if you do, that's basically what Mike found out. He's like, well, I'll just take care of it myself. You can't take care of it yourself. Well, then maybe you should get off the fucking bike trail and come on over and look at the obstacle course known as our road. Gunwild, I think Matt likes any woman as long as she doesn't have a big forehead or have to blow start her car. So he has a ride home from the bar. Gunwild, melt the ice with a heat gun. That's what I do. It works well. You just need a cookie sheet or something to catch the water. Frontline, Brew Babe, wow, hi Matt, Zambuca shots. Here I am. Frontline, smoking a tattoo, cheers. Frontline, 2% and some mega stuffed Oreos, yum. Yeah, that does sound good. Frontline, limoncello shots. Here I am. Harmarsh, the milk bottles was around when I was a kid. When we went to then we went to milk in a bag when I was a kid. Every so often my parents would buy the box of milk. Yeah, we had the bags too. You bought the pitcher, and then your your milk showed up in a big plastic thing, and you like snipped the top, and you could, I think you just poured it into the pitcher. McLean 5179, Eric, former big fan. You owe me $220 for the emergency visit to my therapist. I thought you skipped my comment on purpose. I had a mental breakdown. Call me. Hello, the company. I have way too many opinions about the subject matter at this point, and I think I should just shut my mouth. Freedom seems to scare people nowadays. Pathetic. Oh boy. Soy boy bitches. Christopher? You know what? Christopher, I don't know if you'll hear this, but I already have the subject matter planned for Locked and Loaded this Friday, and I almost think it might be good to throw you in on it. And again, I want to say thanks to all the normal people that already listen to the show, but you know, holy shit, when we have been the last few episodes, we have made major steps. I mean, we're knocking on the door every single week now of having 1,200 live listeners. So when you're there listening, know that there's a lot of people listening, and I'm sure it had really nothing to do with picking up like what was it, 100 million Indian people. I just find it strange that that they are really fascinated and like the show, and I guess it's going over big. They took second place away from the United Kingdom Number 1 in my listenership, of course, is the United States, and now number 2 by a gigantic jump is India. So shut the fuck up, Joey. So yeah, I think it's awesome. But Christopher, maybe you could be on the show. I'll have to think about that. Matt Davis, last time you were on, we had to take a 2-year timeout on you. Matt Davis, beers all. Steve Hobson Lead. Start spray painting huge dicks around the potholes. See what they do first. Remove the paint or fix the holes. It's not a bad idea either. Wade, executive orders are not constitutional. The United States is a republic, not a fucking kingdom. One man, Trump included, can't simply scribble on paper and create a law. This whole COVID fiasco is one gigantic power grab. Yeah, and again, I still want to know. There's things that I have not been able to get the answer to because one person says this and the next person says that. One, how can the Duluth City Council make it so that if I'm not wearing a mask tomorrow, I could get a $100 fine, and then or a $50 fine, and then a $150 fine, then a $1,000 fine, and then there's the whole thing where it's a felony to wear a mask while carrying a handgun. So I've been told, well, Governor Waltz said that nobody that has a concealed carry will be affected. Well, again, Governor Waltz doesn't have the legal authority to just pen a fucking law. So when I wear a mask, and have to now, otherwise big government will put me on the train and send me to the oven because I don't have my papers. Which story is true? You know, could they throw it? Could they still use that as an opportunity to try to go after something that they want to because I was wearing a mask and carrying a handgun? And then what will happen when they say they have the vaccine for the COVID? And they tell you that if you don't take the COVID shot, you will be, when you have your COVID shot, they will give you a piece of paper saying that you had the COVID shot, because businesses will be instructed to not let you in if you haven't had the vaccination. Employers will not be allowed to have you there if you haven't had the vaccination. What a bunch of fucking bullshit. I hope there's attorneys out there getting ready for the class action lawsuits for the people like me. I will not take your fucking vaccinations. I will not take your vaccination. Now put your fucking mask on my ball bag, and then your mother can wear it. Wait, I remember drooling over Mausers and the GI Colt 45s, a real German Lugers, and tons of other surplus weapons in the backs of magazines for less money than we spent on thousands of rounds of .22 rimfire today. This was long before the 1968 gun control grab legislation. DFC. Hola, Matt, good to see ya. And I can say, hello there, you too. Hey, thanks. I'm going with hey, thanks. Wade with the read more button. We had 3 moms as a kid. Our mom, our grandmother, and our black neighbor lady. We called her Other Mama because she was in all ways except blood. She was the person who told me the difference was between black person and the N was. I shot a ton of black powder revolvers and rifles as a childhood until my mid-30s. Great fun. Cobra's video has got me looking at getting back into it.
I saw that.
What?
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 Wade said to shut the fuck up.
No, you didn't. I talked to him today.
Of course you did.
You're fake news.
Yeah, we had a nice conversation.
You speak Russian?
Da.
Someone left me a comment on the Montucky cold snack, and I know enough about Russian to know that it's in Russian. I'll just give him a thumbs up. Tell him Joey says go fuck yourself. Sharkey? Damn
Yeah.
fine brew babes again, my friend. I'm quite fond of the brew babe myself. Message me a few pics more of her. I need one for academic purposes.
I hope someday that he gets to come over here.
and make me a sandwich.
Yeah, he can make you so much.
See, I cleaned your gun.
Yes, looks very nice.
Now we should make it dirty. Oh look, it's Matt wanting to know if there's a review today. Well, I'm already 1 hour into it, so I'll say yes. And you're not part of it. Fucked him because I got home early.
Who's that car that parks out front that takes up 2 fucking spots every single time? It's a Wisconsin license plate. It's that little brown, I don't know what the hell kind of car it is. 2 parking spots. Really?
Motherfuckers. Did you know that Epstein didn't kill himself?
Hey, did you know we have to wear masks out in public now?
Yeah. I didn't.
Did you get yelled at in the grocery store?
I wore it once I got to the door. I wore it on my chin.
Really?
Are they going to tell me how I have to wear my mask? I had a mask on. I should go in with it just strapped over my fucking package. I got my mask on. In case my dick sneezes, I don't want your mom to get pregnant. Hey, that was a more cowbell moment. Wow, that was real inspirational. Tardisius right now he just gave you a high
Nothing. What's that?
It's the sanitizer, ionizer.
Oh, did you get it today?
No, that's what showed up in that box all mulched to shit.
Oh my god. There's nothing broken now, is there?
No, I was surprised that it's not broken, considering it's a lamp, and I ran it in the gun room. It actually does create ozone, so there's a good chance that I can't wait to actually give it a full blown try. I'm gonna smoke a cigar in my truck and see what that does. Should go out and put it in the Honda. In the Honda.
Can I take it to work with me? I'll sanitize everybody's room.
Yes, but you cannot be in the room with it when it's going.
That's okay. I'll tell everybody they gotta go home.
You can just go, and I think it ran for 20 minutes.
Oh, that's not too bad.
And it's got its own battery. I'm charging it back up again.
They're talking about some kind of filtration system that's supposed to get rid of COVID. Yeah. I mean, the
How about a room full of Black Lives Matter people sucking in?
The idiocy has no bounds.
So now, what is it?
A box of
A
cereal.
$50 fine the first time, $150 the second, and $1,000 the third?
For businesses. Not people. Businesses.
Well, so what if you get... Can you get a fine?
You get a warning and then you get a fine after that.
Well,
you
how
get
much?
one warning and then a fine.
Well, how much for the first one?
A
You know what's
warning?
funny?
You
There
get
was...
nothing for a warning.
How much for the fine?
I don't know.
Well, then they didn't have the information right, because on the radio they said, they didn't say anything about a business. They said 50 the first time, 150 the second, and 1,000 the third time.
That's strictly for the businesses if they're not having the people follow the protocol.
There was 2 cops sitting in front of Super One. I parked my truck literally right next to the 2 cops, and I looked over just like this and walked in. Come on, bring it on, fucker.
people are getting sick of being pushed around and being told what to do, because today one of the patients blew up at one of their registrars because of the whole, I gotta wear a quote-unquote fucking mask.
I hope everyone does. I'm sick of this. The government, your fucking government experiment is over. No more people died from COVID than die from the flu like every fucking year.
Well, you know, I wish I would have gone to the city council, because I would have got up there and spoke and said, well, if you're going to do this for COVID, you should be doing this for flu season, you should be doing this for cold season. And let's not stop at the mask. Let's make sure that you have protection for your eyes, and make sure that you put gloves on too. Because at least you got some form of PPE. Not the highest standard of form of PPE, but there is some.
Yeah, I could have been there with you and whipped up my dick and showed them my condom.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's like no end to this. And you know what the thing that I don't understand is, why are people going along with this? Why aren't more people taking a stand against it?
Sheep, because they're fucking sheep. I haven't had.
Are stupid.
I haven't seen anybody at the grocery store go, yeah, you don't have a mask. More power to you. Fuck the man. Instead, I got that one lady. That one lady was bitching at that guy because he didn't have a mask. Then there was, oh, I love that. Then there was that one lady that said something to that old guy because he entered. You know, the lanes are you can only go that way on the bean aisle, and then that way on the soup aisle, and then that way, and he just fucking walked around the corner, and she goes, you're going the wrong way. She goes, I don't give a shit!
See, more people are going to get to that point. I'm not kidding. The tolerance is getting to be zero.
As you know, I was at the store, and you know what? Never even looked at the floor. I didn't give a fuck what that arrow said. I can guarantee you, I believe. Actually, now that I think about it, knowing how they have it laid out, I went against the grain on every single one. I was almost wishing someone would say something to me. Fuck you. Please, go fuck yourself. Maybe you should go back to the farm where the rest of the sheep are. So done with this shit. And now they're fucking ramping up. A lot of people like us are fucking done, and we have had it. Revolution. And now they are on the ramp up and talking about, oh, there's more cases. Well, there's more fucking cases because they're testing. I mean, shit. Greg was on a respirator. They never even gave him a COVID test.
You know what else I found out? That the COVID tests that they're dispersing throughout the whole United States are contaminated with the actual COVID. So if you may think that there's a possibility that you have COVID and you're not sure, you could go to one of these testing centers and actually get contaminated from the test itself.
I got nothing. Got nothing. So, that's exactly what happened when the polio shot first came out. Like 120 kids got polio.
Somebody at work was telling me that they read an article. I don't know what hospital or clinic, but there was a nurse or nurses that took 10 of the actual samples, didn't swab anybody, didn't do like what their normal process is to do, sent them in, and 9 out of the 10 came back positive.
The test got tested and failed.
Exactly. And you want me to trust you with a frickin' vaccine? Hell to the no.
So, just like that thing that's going around, you're going to have your paperwork in order to go to a store to show them that you've had the vaccination.
That's a form of communism.
It is, yeah.
It's communism. You know, these younger kids that run around going, I'm all for socialism. No, what you're really saying is you're all about communism, and you don't know the first thing about it. And every country that has tried communism has failed, with the exception of China, because, they just kill people anyway.
Sharky, fuckers pulled the thumbnail again. Faster
don't
than a
even
squirrel
get-
gets launched from a catapult.
Don't even get me started on YouTube.
Pre-dawn, wow, you're in a real thumbnail war, haha. Oh yeah. I kept altering the picture, changing the name and altering the picture and putting it back up. I believe I've gotten to the point where a human, because it would sit there and sit there. Normally on the Ebomi channel, I can change the thumbnail and it immediately changes. Change it again and it immediately changes. Change it for the 12th time and it immediately changes.
Put one of my guys on there.
The brew review, if they pull the thumbnail down and I put one up, it stays whatever it was until someone looks at it. It's kind of funny because you actually can't have a real, decent looking woman, but it's okay if you...
See if you could have a decent looking guy. I'll pick one out. Let's just do an experiment next time.
Oh, it's Matt.
Can I come over anyway? Did he ask? Could he come over anyway?
No.
Oh.
And and Matt, when you see this, you're the kid between the two of us, okay? That's fine now.
I thought...
He's like, you're already an hour in. Damn, kid, must have gotten done early. Yeah, because it started to rain, and I was given an option, and I said, nope, I guess I'd rather take 3 hours lost today than deal with that. So it's my own fault. Here I am. I'm in the basement drinking.
You don't have a drinking establishment. You just have many drinks. That's how it starts.
See? That's it. It's done. Here, should just hold this in your hands. I'll get you another one. You can have them as earrings.
Earrings?
Yes. Sharky, you should put a 2-term limit for all your politicians globally to get rid of those bullshit lifers who do nothing but grab. Well, here's the problem. Yes, Sharky, you know how many people agree with that? The problem is who's going to vote on that law? They would be voting themselves out of the... Look at the... Yeah, it's never going to happen. Then he says, go back to the ancient... Athens way? Whatever, I'm sorry, there's alcohol involved. Everyone has to serve a term in some sort of public service. If you don't want to, you can try and buy your way out. Well, no, that's what our founding fathers it was. People had to go be a senator. And it was like doing jury duty. It was like, oh man, I don't want to do that. Nowadays, well, shit. I'm a congressman or I'm a senator. Hell, I'm set for life. I got Secret Service detail. I got medical benefits. I'm making a shit ton of money to fuck with Americans. And they all suck right now. Yeah, there's a couple in the camp that might be worth talking about, but overall, I fucking hate them all. Equal opportunity. Sharky, Bang & Olufsen. That's some prime Danish stuff. Super design. Fuck yeah, man. Bang & Olufsen. It's a cool little system. It looks like some kind of alien thing. It looks like you're supposed to wear it like it is, but it just lays on your neck. The lines pull out and they go in your ears. I should send you a picture of it. And the line that feeds the earbuds doesn't look like it could possibly exist for more than one time being pulled. And when I put these in my ear, they go completely in my ear. They close off the entire thing. The noise canceling, like I said, I am literally sleeping close enough to the air conditioner in the window that I can turn it on and off with my foot. I mean, at any moment in time, if I'm laying on my pillow, I can go like this and touch the air conditioner. And with that headset in, when I'm watching like The Expanse, I haven't even used them for music yet. I just use it for TV. It's like I can't even hear the air conditioner anymore. The one thing that does kind of freak me out is I can't hear anything anymore. You know, like being on duty, you know, for security purposes. Sharky, bacon on direct fire is a recipe for disaster. Yes, it is. Do the stuff indirect. On a gas grill, turn off a burner or two and put the bacon on the cool side. Put an aluminum pan under the grate to catch the burning fat drippings. Put it on the top rack with a pan underneath also will work, but only if the pan doesn't get too much heat. Else it'll burn and the drippings and fat and that ain't good. See, cooking related shit. That's funny that he'd be chiming in. Sharky SH, I'll help the Ultra babe check the purple nothingness she was wearing. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Jay's Brew Reviews on the Italian beer. Italians, women, yes. Car designs, yes. Art, yes. Beer, fuck no, pure shit. McLean with the last comment. I can't drink milk since I started watching hardcore gay porn. Now we are going to the two-hearted. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't mean to take up your. Oh shit! Did I really? Okay, I'll do this later. If I don't write the shit down, it just never ends up in there. Hey, wait for it. Sorry, that did not successfully deploy, but I just had my finger on the rail and it stopped. It stopped the full deployment. Sorry. Let's see, standing in. Oh, did I mention? I know it's going to seem weird. Made in Minnesota. Standing in as Two-Hearted Ale for the Two-Hearted Ed Club to the sunny slopes of long ago. And what am I going to put it in? I'm going to put it in dog beers. I've only had one. Oh, I know when my little Sammy Poo gets here. I got some KBS to review now that it's gone full prime time, but I offered Sam one the other night, but she said 12%, Dad. Seriously, I gotta drive. I bet you she takes one of these though. Okay, hitting the button. Yeah, I'm hitting the button, and we are going 88 miles an hour, Joey. One, two, three of you with 4 comments. Gunwild 1, cheers to the blah 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 club. J-Dog, Heart Club, Mr. Holster. J-Dog, squirrel or a dinosaur? Dinosaur and bacon? Smile Money, am I in time for the club? Cheers, from 3 minutes ago. Yes, yes you are. Oh, hang on. Okay. Not bad, NIHAP, not bad. I'm going to write this in now, so you can just watch me do it. Westland. America. America's single malt. Peated. Well, that probably explains. See, now, it doesn't quite have the bang for the buck that I like about some of the scotches or heavily peated whiskeys like the Paul John. But it's bordering right on sipping. But NIHAP, I I am, well, actually, there ain't shit left now. Whoops. I really want to try this more in like ginger ale or 7-Up or something, but yeah, there's there's enough for a week drink, and that's about it. I'm gonna hit the button one more time, and then we're gonna get out of here because it's already been way too late. Smile Money stands as the last comment. Again, I always appreciate you guys. Cheers. Everybody stay safe, and oh my God, do what the government says. Right, Clyde?